me, Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, it probably hasn't escaped your attention. It's been awesome over the last couple of weeks. It's been freaking awesome. What do I mean by awesome? We keep seeing Doctor Who being made that makes me excited. Now, it might be awful, right? It might be awful, and I would say the fandom menace side of fandom is somewhat divided. I don't know. I wish I knew the demographics, right? I wish I knew my gut instinct. It's 2/3 positive, 1/3 negative, right? And look, I have nothing against the 1/3 whatsoever. I'm very positive, right? I have nothing against the 1/3 that's negative. We've been burnt insanely, absolutely insanely over the last few years, and I cannot totally understand anybody being somewhat gun shy. And also, there are things that are indicative that this might not be good, but I think there are a lot more things indicative that it might be very, very, very good. But anyway, it's hardly escaped anybody's attention. It's been freaking awesome, right? Whether it's going to be good or bad, right now is fun. Right now is super fun. Seeing Catherine Tate, David Tennant, Neil Patrick Harris. It's just fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun watching the footage of the production. It looks like it's going to be fun. I'm having fun, okay? And I haven't had fun in Doctor Who for since 2017, roughly around there. And boy, if I had known where we were going, I would have appreciated the Capaldiers so much more at the time. Oh boy, I really wish I started my channel earlier and started just doing reviews each week of the episodes and Big Finish releases. I honestly, I think back and go, why didn't I? Right? That's why not? But anyway, so it's been a bit of an awesome time. After it's been an absolute nightmare, right? It's been an absolute nightmare, as I've mentioned. Doctor Who has not been very, very popular. It's not been very, very successful. And to my mind, it's not been very good, right? It's been, I think, the absolute opposite of what Doctor Who is. So, as I said, it really couldn't. So, the juxtaposition of it being really exciting to being really awful, for me, is great, right? I'm really, really loving it. Also, I'm just hoping fandom just kind of gels back together again. And my feeling is it's gonna, because I think, really, with it, we seem to be rattling out control. I've been saying this for the last 18 months or so. We seem to be, in Western world, just rattling completely out of control. So I think it's going to be, I think there's going to be some massive pendulum shift. I mean, I honestly, I'm so disturbed by these 13, 14-year-old boys and girls having surgery or having double mastectomies. It really bothers me. It really genuinely bothers me. And boys being put on puberty blockers when they're considered too young to have sex, to be able to make the assessment to even have sex. Family-friendly drag shows. It bothers me. I think this Western world is falling apart. We got energy prices going through the roof everywhere, massive inflation, war. I mean, look, is China supposed to invade Taiwan this week? I don't know, right? At the same time, it seems to be spinning out of control very, very quickly. It's taking forever as well. It's been wading through my. I had this conversation with my daughter on Sabbath. I'm recording this on Sunday morning. I had the conversation on Sabbath, and it got heated, right? It got really, really heated because I was saying, I just don't think all this unlimited free porn is a good thing for society. Don't get me wrong. I understand that most people would not be on board for this cessation of unlimited free porn. I do understand that completely, and it took me, I don't know, minimally 20 years of abstaining from porn, because I stopped that when I became religious, which was around the age 20, right? So, but it took me literally 20 years of abstaining from it before I went, this might be slightly advantageous to you, right? Literally 20 years. So I understand that. But, you look at the world today, right? And you just see this intense sexual confusion amongst younger kids. Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Am I straight? Am I bi? Like this, and there wasn't this kind of confusion before. And I think this unlimited free porn has probably been bad for society, right? So she was like, you can't block science, you can't obstruct freedom or something. I'm not saying ban it. I'm just saying put a paywall, right? Have a government mandate that you have to, if a site doesn't have a porn site doesn't have a paywall, then block it. But and here's the thing. she's a really good girl, right? My daughter, like, she's more religious than me, to say, and she's good, she's conscientious, she's kind, she's good, she's a really good person, and she's got this attitude that unlimited free porn is like a human right. Because that's the world she's lived in, right? And I don't even think she watched it, like she'd ever seen it, right? She's very, very innocent. She's very, very innocent. But so I do think that because of all this stuff going on, push is going to come to shove, and this pendulum is going to massively swing, right? Massively swing in the other direction. So I'm just hoping people are going to be embarrassed by all this, like, cancel culture nonsense that so many of the people really were into, right? And it's the same reason that mobs of hate mobs have been hate mobs throughout time. It's fun. It's fun to be part of a mob, right? It's fun to vilify someone. It makes you feel good about yourself, a little less disgusting about yourself. Anyway, I digress. And when I say I digress, I freaking digressed here. Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker's talked to. Man, how do I get over here? I got to work my way back. So anyway, yeah, as I say, it's hardly gone to explain avoided anybody's no attention. Doctor Who's been awesome of late, right? Awesome of late. And the people who hasn't really hasn't avoided is the people who have said Jodie Whittaker is the bestest ever, right? Bestest ever. And they voiced a question, which I think many of us have, is say, wow, isn't Rusty Davies overshadowing Jodie Whittaker's exit? And like, isn't that happening now? The answer is yes, yes. And I think it's deliberate, right? I think it's deliberate. I think this is damage control because if you like this era, good for you, right? I don't know why me hating it bothers you so much, right? I like me hating it. I can understand why me hating it and having very, very detailed critiques of it lots and lots of time might bother you. But like, you should just enjoy it, mate. Is what I'm saying. But it's it hasn't been good for the franchise, right? It hasn't been good for the brand, and all this nonsense like, oh no, people watch TV differently nowadays. It's no. Yeah, I don't think that's the case, right? I think if people watch TV exactly the same, if it's bad, they won't watch it, right? Which is why I think, Rusty Davies one's going to be very, very successful, because I think it is going to be good, right? And I think it's going to bring a ton of people in. Neil Patrick Harris, Yasmin Finney, which I know puts people very, Yasmin Finney, right? I don't think she's the main character, and if she is, then I'm wrong, right? Shooting gut. Well, I think they're going to bring a ton more people in who have never seen Doctor Who before, and they're going to watch it. And as long as they have a good time, they're coming back. Right? They're coming back. So that being said, I've found these two crazy articles on Screen Rant, written by the same person, right? Exactly the same person, grappling with this of how Rusty Davies could be possibly overshadowing Jodie Whittaker. Well, how could this terrible, terrible calamity be happening? Oh, but no, it's a good thing, right? Don't blame us. It's crazy. Like, you just watch this guy, like, tie himself in knot. It's fantastic. It's never fantastic to watch somebody else's delusional suffering, but, given that they've harassed us for years and years and then, I don't think it's that terrible. Anyway, before we get into this video, these articles, can you hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button? Oh boy, YouTube is a throttling. It is a throttling, and it's not autoerotic asphyxiation. This is more like, I just want to kill you. So if you can hit the like button, that's great. The share button, even better. Subscribe, fantastic. Thank you very much. That is fan-dabby double. Honestly, probably me talking about the state of the world at the beginning of this video doesn't endear me to YouTube, right? It doesn't endear me at all. But, what can you do? I can only speak the truth about what I think is the truth, mate, right? That's basically what I'm going to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack, sign up my paid Substack. I'm actually getting content out on that now. There's going to be a couple more issues of biblical. Do I have a comment over here? No, I don't. I really should keep one by my desk and go. I'm giving out a couple more issues of that on the Substack this month, and then I'm just gonna make sure you get content every month. I had a couple of months where things were things were hard to get anything done. She cried. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack's in my in the video notes. It's an email newsletter where will keep you informed where I am in case I ever get banned from YouTube, which is gonna happen. Oh, that's gonna happen. Fine. Let's look at this article, shall we? We start over here. So this is the first one. Whittaker's Doctor Who ending is being overshadowed, but don't blame RTD. You know, it again this inability to take accountability for anything. Right? It's bizarre, right? It's bizarre, and you know, I watch all the political stuff, and I watch Biden be asked about inflation, and they keep saying, no, it's not our fault, and it's not bad at all. It's only transitory, and whatever. You know, just take some freaking accountability, right? People will not take accountability for anything ever. It blows my mind. Okay, so let's read how he's going to try and spin this. Mr. Thomas Bacon, fantastic breakfast meat and lunch meat and afternoon meat and dinner meat. Every second I'm not eating bacon as part of my religious fervor, which is every second of my life. Boy, do I hope I get some merit, right? Because bacon's awesome. Because one of the few things you can add to literally anything and it gets better, right? Ice cream, you name it, apple pie, breakfast, it always gets better. That's how great bacon is. The Doctor Who Centenary special is being overshadowed by the 6th anniversary, but it isn't Russell Davies' fault that it's happening. Kinda is. Well, if you want to say it's Whittaker and Chibnall's fault because they did a terrible job and people just want to forget them completely and focus on like fun, good Doctor Who, that's an argument I will go along with. I don't think that's going to be the argument, right? That I'm just putting that. I don't think it's going to be the argument. Fine. Jodie Whittaker's departure in the Doctor Who Centenary special is being overshadowed by production of the 6th anniversary. Yes. What you mean? The super fun, exciting production of the oh my god, they're showing a clip of Obi-Wan Kenobi on here. Oh god, it's so. Am I going to get? Here, let me move that down in case I get a copyright strike or something for it. Yeah, I certainly don't want a copyright strike for that piece of crap for no reason, right? And they're showing a particularly bad part of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Oh, it's awful. It's just awful. Thank God I don't have young kids, you know, who come say, oh, I saw Obi-Wan Kenobi, it was quite good. No! Do you want gender assignment surgery instead than liking Obi-Wan Kenobi? I don't know which is worse. Don't have gender assignment surgery before you're 15, okay? You might want to think twice, okay? It's just friendly advice. It really is. I'm not denying anybody's existence. It's just friendly advice. Well, it's being shown with 6 anyway. Well, it's not Rossi Davis' fault. Okay. Cast as the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker will exit Doctor Who later this year in a special, which I tell you, special. Are we talking about special as in special school for special children? Because that's the sort of special I think they're talking about. Special that celebrates the centenary at the BBC. Perfect casting to celebrate the BBC centenary. All right, nothing represents the degradation of the BBC that more than Doctor Who, right? Filming has generated a massive amount of. Oh wait, I missed a couple of sentences. Where am I? Cast as the 13th, so Jodie Whittaker will exit later this year. Okay, so it's the BBC. At the same time, though, attention is moving on. It's so excitedly, right? So excitedly moving on because nobody wants to remember this trick. Simply because production has begun on Doctor Who's 60th anniversary featuring David Tennant and Catherine Tate under Russell T Davies. You mean all those successful people that did good things that we all enjoyed, right? Not the dour, awful Doctor Who that chased away, I think, 90% of its viewership, right? It's getting, what, 1.5 million now? A live figure. God, that's so bad. The filming has generated a massive amount of excitement in the UK. Oh yeah, do you remember Doctor Who? That used to be great. Oh yeah, it was fantastic. What happened to? Oh, Jodie Whittaker. That's what happened. With set photos being shared, not set photos, location photos, idiot, being shared by major British newspapers. Curiously though, not all Doctor Who fan bases especially enthused. I think we're talking about the very small subset. I think the Jodie fans who are not happy about it is a smaller subset than the fandom menacy side of things who hated the Jodie era who are not happy with it, right? I think it's a much smaller subject. Okay, subset. A growing minority. A growing minority of Whovians are complaining the talk of the 6th anniversary is the reaction from Whittaker's departure. Yes, it is! Yes, it is, and that's intentional, right? It's intentional. Some are focusing their complaints on Davies himself, arguing he ought to avoid making major announcements after Whittaker has left, in their view to hype the in their view. All this hype is disrespectful to Whittaker. Listen, if she was popular, if she was successful, if she was what you thought was going to be, right, then it wouldn't be happening. The reason people are excited, right, is because she was awful. She was a dour, scolding schoolmom who was also an idiot. Oh, God, what a stupid way of portraying the character. They're right to claim that 6th anniversary is overshadowing the centenary special, yes. But it's not Tzvi Davies' fault. Well, okay, if you want to blame Whittaker and Shomron for being awful, okay. But it's sort of... I think he's intentionally doing it. I really think he's intentionally doing it. The stream of news and announcements is being driven by filming in public, which means viewers are only being told secrets that would otherwise be leaked. That's true, but, you know, Russell's leading into it, you know, with all those Instagram posts, you know, the 2 hearts and plus whatever. He's totally leaning into it. Would the 2 hearts plus diamond be Neil Patrick Harris somehow? Was that ever explained? And he had 2 hearts plus big eyes. Is that Beep the Meep? I forgot. Well, I mentioned Beep the Meep coming back. I mean, we think. We hope. I mean, I hope those Wraith Warriors are... those things that are Wraith Warriors, because they look great. They look like they were designed by Dave Gibbons in the 70s. I can't wait to see it. I'm just excited. What's more, Davies attempts to engage a fan base by allowing a degree of access, although he's occasionally asked people not to share what they overhear. Yeah, because he understands how to market your show. But I think he also understands how important it is to market the show, given like what a bad state it's in. It's in a really, really bad state, and all the like bells and whistles, these trappings that Shomron keeps throwing on top of it and throwing on top of it. Oh look! Here we got Ace here. We got Tegan. I think they're gonna have. Heard a rumor they're gonna have Nicola Bryant. Nicola, baby, Nicola. Why, darling? But you know what? Okay, listen, I have to watch it anyway. At least I'll get some Nicola eye candy. You know, I have to watch it to review it. God help me. 90 minutes. 90 minutes of agony. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, Keith thought, oh, yes. Let's speak the love that can't say it, that dare not say its name. And other great lines that are definitely coming. What's more, David says that, okay. Unfortunately, this coincides with a period of radio silence from the current team. There's always radio bloody silence from the current team. They're embarrassed of their bloody production with good reason. It's utterly failed, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Shomron was always quiet about what he's doing because he's shy and unable to market his garbage. They weren't so quiet until the first episode aired, were they? They were very front and center. Do you remember Jodie Whittaker at the Comic-Con? Okay. Do you know what epitomized Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who? As in those Woman Who Fell to Earth days. You know, it was this. There was a fashion show where Jodie Whittaker did a surprise appearance on Doctor Who themed, 13th Doctor themed clothes, and she was like, strutted up and down, look at me, and she was like, and you know, just look at how like confident and like she was, like, and how arrogant, right? How incredibly arrogant. I never got a feeling of arrogance from I never got a feeling of arrogance from who am I talking about? Matt Smith or David Tennant. Or Peter Capaldi, for that matter. I never got a feeling of like this arrogance from them, and I just did from her. because she just thought, oh, I'm Doctor Who now. Everyone's going to love me. Oh, because they love Doctor Who. I know they're going to love me, and I'm a woman. I'm a broken the glass ceiling. I always wanted to feel like, what's that, Jodie? The end of the universe. Well, that feels like you starting Doctor Who. I think that's probably what it feels like. What does it feel like? It feels like when you start having 12-year-old cut their tits off for, a transitory reason. That's what the end of the universe actually feels like. And it's like, with complete support from every form of authority. Okay, that's what the end of the universe feels like. There's literally been no news about the Centrini special since Easter. Not even an official release. That's because Chibnall sucks. He sucks at marketing in the same way he sucks at producing, in the same way he sucks at writing, right? He just sucks. This TV production was not his first best destiny, if I may quote Star Trek, right? It really wasn't his first best destiny. He should have been like an accountant or some like spreadsheet person. I don't know, creative? He's not a creative guy. Oh my God, not at all. The trailer for the Centenary special essentially presented all the talking points, including the return of commanders such as Ace and Tegan, maybe Perry, and there's supposed to be about 6 classic characters coming back somehow. But who cares? It's the thing. He doesn't know how to generate excitement for it, and nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. As exciting as the news may have been, the conversation could only run so long without new information, right? How long did it run? As far as I can see, it ran for about a week, and half of the conversation was, oy vey, they've roped in Tegan and Ace. Well, how stupid are they to join? As exciting as it may have been. Okay. Current departing showrunner Chris Chibnall. No, he's already departed. Have you ever read his Doctor Who magazine interview? Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to help my children revise for their exams. They're like, oh, God, Dad, leave me alone. Really? Okay, kids. Chibnall kids. Do the opposite of whatever your dad tells you, okay? That's what I would suggest. Because he doesn't really have the Midas touch. If you want to be brutally frank about this, okay, children. Now we're going to be revising for the next 2 hours. I'm going to be in the den. Okay, Dad. I can't even imagine, right? I can't imagine. Has already carried out what he considers his last interview with Doctor Who magazine. Oh yeah. Given this is the case, it's not surprising that viewers are moving on to other subjects. And also, they hated this garbage, right? There was nothing to be excited about in the Chibnall era. It doesn't help for that for all for all Davies is allowing massive amount of access to production. He's keeping lots of secrets. Tennant's return is unexplained. I know, but what was it? Who was it that was a big... the big reveal at Comic-Con was only last year. Bloody hell, it was. The big reveal at the virtual Comic-Con last year, which you couldn't... They had the comments turned off, right? And it wasn't live. Was that... what's his name? Jacob Anderson. We were like, we got big news. Oh, it's so big. Oh, it's so big. Look, it was okay. If that was so, it was so big in the same way a prostitute compliments the client, right? They're normally lying. I just want to be clear there. It wasn't big at all, right? It wasn't big in both cases. They're normally lying. Who cared? Jacob Anderson, okay, he went to somebody cover for Captain Jack because she cancelled him. Oh God, I hate to think about this. And it's unclear why. Tennant's return is unclear, and it's unclear why he's coming back ahead of the 14th Doctor shooting out. Well, we don't know he's the 14th Doctor. That's your weird assertion. All this means that it feels like a new jigsaw puzzle, and viewers have been given pieces of the puzzle that they can piece together. Oh, you mean like Chibnall could have done with any of his shit, right? And literally, no, I know. Oh, we got to keep. Don't tell anybody about the Weeping Angel. We know. We all saw them. Here's the thing. That's the other thing. Like, Why was he keeping the Weeping Angels and Tarans a secret? Oh, can't tell anybody about them. We all saw the location pictures, you freaking moron. Oh, God. You know, I just want to get a copy of Doctor Who magazine and roll it up and, like, hit my nose and go, no, but I'm a joke. This is joking, figuratively, not literally. I go, no, 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 no make poo-pee on Doctor Who. Pretty Chibnall. No, dude, don't do that. With you, it's going to be that there are so many potential conversations, potential Doctor Who theories to play around with, and as a result, there's a lot to talk about. If Doctor Who Centenary Special wants to compete, it will have to promote, and that's not Russell Davies. So basically, he is blaming Chibnall and Whittaker for their absolute lack of ability to promote their own series. So that was one article where he grappled with it. So then, after a couple of days, he came to a much stronger revelation. He said, "Oh, but I forgot. Russell Davies loves the Timeless Children and everything Chris Chibnall does. I know because he said he does." Okay, listen. Watch what people do, not what people say, right? Russell Davies has been only complimentary to Whittaker and Chibnall, and glowingly complimentarily so, right? Whenever he speaks, said, "Oh, marvelous! Oh, just imagine! Oh, fantastic!" Right? Only complimentary. His every action is to take a shit on the Whittaker and Chibnall Doctor Who, okay? It's like everything he does, so look, follow what he's doing, not what he's saying. But if you do that, you may have to go, oh, that's not what that's not what I thought was going to be, right? So this is what we had today. How Doctor Who's Timeless Child retcon set up RTD's return. Okay, here's how it set up RTD's return. It destroyed Doctor Who so much that Russell Davies had to return or it was going to be gone forever. It was so bad, he couldn't hand over Doctor Who to anyone. He said, I've been playing battered to people for a year, but it's so weird. Nobody wants it now. They're acting like it's a toxic brand. Really, Chrissy? They're acting like it's a toxic brand. I wonder why. Must be Russell Davies. No, you know what? Let's blame Donald Trump. Why not? You blamed it. You said he made a bad economy. Do you still think so? Let's blame Donald Trump. Yeah, that's probably what he does do. Weirdo. Okay, returning Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has expressed his support for Timeless Child retcon, and taken a shit on it at every given opportunity. He's giving Chibnall a true legacy. Really? No, he's not. I mean, I think there's a good chance that Whittaker will regenerate into David Tennant, right? There will be some continuity. But I think it's equally possible that they won't, right? I think it's equally possible that Russell's going to make it that you can easily exercise this turgid, awful era from your headcanon with in the first episode. I mean, like, I think, you know, this anniversary special, a 60th anniversary special, Tennant's going to fall out of the TARDIS with no mention of Whittaker. And, you know, quite frankly, there's going to be some kind of missing years between Capaldi and whatever Tennant's playing, right? My episode of Twice Upon a Time right now is edited to fade to white as he regenerates, and she's going to be forgotten forever. Oh, and forgotten forever isn't long enough for her to be forgotten, but it's also not soon enough for it to happen. So let's see. Let's read his delusion. let's see how bonkers he's gonna get, which I think is gonna be pretty bonkers. One aspect of Doctor Who's controversial Timeless Child seems to have set up returning showrunner Russell Davies plans moving forward. Yes, as I said, he destroyed Doctor Who, necessitating Russell Davies need to come back. The last few years have been particularly divisive amongst Doctor Who's fan base. I actually think divisive, but then somewhat unifying, as we all went, this is shit! This is unwatchable shit! Apart from, like, the confused children who've been watching porn since they were 2. I don't know if they're a boy or a girl. Right? They were like, I don't know. This must be good because they told me this is good. I mean, honestly, I think pumping porn into a kid's brain for, like, the first 20 years of their life may make them go a bit funny, right? That might explain what happened to the world, right? What made them go funnier? Pumping Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who into their brain or porn? I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend experimenting on any of this thing. Where are we going now? One aspect, blah blah blah. A large part because the current showrunners, Chris Chibnall's Timeless Child retcon. Yeah, look, that was the point when people went, yeah, this is awful, right? I mean, I went there by Open 55. I was like, this is unwatchable, irredeemably bad. It took the Timeless Child for most people to go, yeah, terrible, right? I mean, it's like, what was the point when most people went, this is awful with Game of Thrones? Was it the last episode? It was pretty darn bad. I mean, like, probably the episode where Daenerys just kind of forgot about what's his name with his boats shooting down a dragon. That was dumb. The reveal the Doctor is not a Time Lord at all. Rather, she is a timeless child who originates from another universe, who has become the base genetic code for every Gallifreyan who lived within the Citadel. No, again, this guy cannot stop inserting his headcanon in as fact, right? It just cannot do it. Oh look, they've got an ad for the gay Buzz Lightyear movie. Yeah, I mean, really. Again, I don't want to get a copyright zap for that. No, close that. Doink. There you go. Chibnall intended Tyler Charles to open the franchise up again because there now could be infinite Doctors and stories from any medium. However contradictory, could be folded into the overarching narrative. But it didn't, right? It just limited Doctor Who. And that's really what it totally limited what Doctor Who was. It became a boring show. And what did he do when he opened it up? Oh, I've opened it up. It's got all kinds of possibilities now. So what do you do with that? Oh, we're going to make it bog standard 2022 sci-fi with a stunning and brave black woman with a big gun, big stunning and brave. Yeah, that didn't really work well with Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know, or anything else, right? So yeah, you opened up the lore to make it really boring. Well done. Yeah, great success there, Mr. Chibnall. I'm really intrigued to see if they're, the Sasha the One Master and the Dr. Ruth stories from Big Finish sell more than 2 box sets. I mean, they're doing 2 box sets because they're probably recording it back to back, but like, I mean, listen, maybe it'll run, yeah, like J. John Lightfoot. That was successful. You know when I say successful? When they do like 11 seasons of it, that means it's successful. When they do 2 seasons of it, it means it wasn't, right? It wasn't. I'm surprised Star Cop's got an extra couple of seasons, quite frankly. A couple of box sets from their Big Finish version. So what are we up to? Chibnall intended the Timeless Child to open blah blah blah. Unfortunately, the idea of Timeless hasn't been well received. Hasn't been exactly well received. You noticed, did you? You noticed. Oh, well, good for you. Some were immediately appalled by what they saw as the biggest retcon of the Time Lord since 1969. It wasn't the retcon. It was the lack of professionalism of being able to like script it in any way cohesive way or an effective way. It really was. It was the intense amateurness of it, right? It was when you look at the Chibnall scripts, and I've just finished going over the first season, starting doing a second season, they are not professional, right? These are simply not professional bits of writing. Okay, so that's why it hasn't been well received. He bit off too much he can chew, which way exceeded his abilities, right? And his abilities pretty darn meager, I have to say. And just based on what I've seen, hasn't been good. While I was willing to give it time to wait and see what Chibnall intended to build on the new foundation. Surprisingly, though, he's indicated that he never had intention of building anything at all. Oh, God. Really? Yeah. That would remove the mystery. It's not a mystery. If you put like, okay, if you're watching an episode of, I don't know, EastEnders, right? And EastEnders, whatever, even current EastEnders, wherever is gay, lesbian, trans, whatever. And then suddenly a giant space alien walks in, and just gets a pint of the Queen Vic, and they never, and then walks out again, and they never mention it. That's not a mystery. That's amateurish writing, right? If if Dirty Dan walks in, right, and he's not dead anymore again, and he's like, okay, have a pint, and then he just leaves, and they never address it again. That's not a mystery. That's an incompetency. It's different, right? It's a different that you can't. That it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make it a mystery. Where we're up to. Although he's indicated that would remove the mystery. He's indicated he doesn't even expect returning showrunner Tzvi Davies to do anything with it either. Yeah, because why would he touch such unending garbage, right? Such unpopular unending garbage. He wants this era of Doctor Who to be successful, right? So what he should do is the opposite of everything Chris Chibnall did, which I think he knows. Fortunately, Tzvi Davies' vision for Doctor Who indicates that's not the case. Davies understood Chibnall's purpose and expressed his intention, his interpretation of the TARDIS Child in an introduction he wrote to a prequel story for the episode Rose, published during the lockdown. By now, the 13th Doctor has shown us doctors galore and infinite possibilities, he wrote. All doctors exist, all stories are true. Yeah, but then none of them matter. Like, none of them matter. It wasn't for me, it wasn't the retcon. It was the completely ham-fisted, unprofessional way of doing it, which contradicted the entirety of Doctor Who lore. Right? It wasn't just like little bits. There's so much stuff that doesn't make sense now. Why? It's the same as Dirty Dan walking into the Queen Vic today. He's still alive, isn't he? Leslie Grantham? Maybe you want to say what's his name? Davros' brainwashed assistant. What was his name again? I can't remember. This perhaps explains why photos from Doctor Who's 6th anniversary include threats from other mediums than the TV itself, namely Meet the Bleep and the Wraith Warriors. We think so, we don't know. All suggest that Davies is clearly not intending to ignore or even retcon the retcon. Yeah, in your disease fever dream, he wants to get rid of this. Why? Because it failed. It has a stench of failure on it. Now, he may want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Rectify it, right? He might want to, somehow rectify Doctor Who in a way that all fans can say, oh, this is Doctor Who, and ignore the stuff they don't like. Maybe that could well be, right? But yeah, look, if he leans into multiverse, he could that decanonizes or has the ability to decanonize the Jodie era, which might well be happening, right? Might well be happening. Yeah, or they suggest, you can't say suggest, Davies clearly is not intending. You can't say suggest and clearly. They're too, idiot. Whatever. Whatever audience may have hoped for. Yeah, this thing about whether you like it or not. Don't just that. No, she's not pissed. But that means I'm wrong. He's going to say, yes, that's what that means. That means you are wrong. The current production of Doctor Who's 6th anniversary specials have sadly overshadowed Whittaker's upcoming departure in the centenary special, largely because of the radio silence in the current... Dude, are you copying and pasting from your other article? You've been paid per word. Lovers of Whittaker, all 7 of them, have become understandably upset to see the debate move on from the 13th to the upcoming Tennant's return. Theories involving classic villains and, of course, Meet the Beep. But ironically, the inclusion of Meet the Beep and the Wraith Warriors could serve as something of a comfort, which means that Chibnall Whittaker will indeed have a legacy. He's saying, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So this is how you got to read this to understand how it's being written. Imagine he's in a padded cell, in a straitjacket, holding onto his little legs in a fetal position. It's gonna be okay. It was stunning. It was brave. It broke the glass ceiling. It was the bestest ever. That's basically how he's writing this. Lovers of Whittaker, really? There aren't that many out there. But anyway, But ironically, the inclusion meet the bleak way for us serves as something of comfort to them. Davis has always loved the wider mediums in which Doctor Who flourishes, and now he clearly has a new confidence about including them. Davis' interpretation of the Timeless Child means that we could be seen flowing. Timeless Child means this could be seen as flowing straight out of the current TV series. Yeah, it could be, right? It could be. Or it just might be absolutely not at all, and you're just like, okay, here's what's going on. You're looking at what's happening, and you go, no! No! What? No! No! Rusty Davies isn't trying to overshadow Jodie, but why would he want to do that? Because she was awful. And she destroyed the franchise, along with Chibnall. That's why you want to do that. No, it's a cunning plan. It's a cunning plan to make it canonized forever. Yes, that's what it's going to be. Okay, Thomas, mate. Oh, okay, Thomas. It's unclear whether Davis will directly address the Timeless Child. Yes, it's unclear because we haven't seen it. My guess is no. There are rumors of a direct narrative link between opening the fob watch containing the Doctor's forgotten Timeless Child memories and the unexpected return of David Tennant. Maybe, but all this was filmed before Tennant came back, right before Rusty Davies came back. It was filmed in the can. Although he did go to Cardiff for a day, so he could well be be regenerating into them. Even if these turn out not to be true ever, Chibnall and Whittaker's time will have a lasting impact on Doctor Who all the same. No, it won't. Here's the thing. No, it won't. It's going to be forgotten forever, right? Forgotten completely forever, as it should be. Because it's like... You ever seen the movie Pan's Labyrinth? It's very good. It's a very, very good movie. And at the end, the villain gets killed, and he says, "Please tell my son that I died bravely." And they say to him, "We're not even going to tell your son you existed at all." Right? We're not going to... Yeah. Don't give him that much credit, mate, right? And it's not that you're giving Chibnall Whittaker credit. You're giving yourself credit. Because you don't want to accept, what you and your entire ilk of people cannot accept. That you were wrong and you destroy everything you touch, right? You destroy literally everything you touch. If you doubt me, go and look at the petrol pump, right? Go look at the gas pump next time you go buy some gas, petrol, whatever you want to call it. All this is a result of an inability to deal with being wrong, right? Everything we're saying, all the death in Ukraine, is a result of you being unwilling to accept that you are wrong about anything. And just like you can't accept you're wrong about Doctor Who, you can't accept you're wrong about anything at all. But you know what? My advice earlier is the way you should go. Just blame Donald Trump. Blame Donald Trump. Why not? Hey, look, Donald Trump, the Jews, they're always good people to blame. One of the two, maybe both. Who knows? Whatever you would indeed prefer. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Okay? I mean, this is my theory. This was just my theory that Rusty Davies is trying to erase the Jodie Whittaker era. You're overshadow at least. You let me know what you think. And yes, my opinion is certainly coloured by my prejudices, which I can't stand the Jodie Whittaker era. But I hope I'm right. I do hope I'm right. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.